What? He was doing it? I thought it was gonna be her doing it. He was like, what? Okay, my whole body is like, what? What's happening in this anime? So he's like, yeah, on his mom, and she likes it or something? And then he killed his mother, maybe? Or was that just, I don't know. First of all, she kind of let him do it, but I guess it's Melon, like, yeah, I guess Melon, you know, he got his mom there. He's crazy. Oh my god, I've already watched the scene. Jesus Christ. It was just a weird scene. I thought it was his hand first, because, you know, we kind of saw like a power wish. I thought it would be him. But I got him trickier, yeah, and then he like, oh yeah, he, you know, uses the, yeah, Jesus Christ. Because your reaction was so quiet first. Yeah. And then she's like staring, of course. But I guess it's a point that he's like afraid of his mom, I guess, but he's like half gazelle, right? And she's like, you know, she will eat me, she's a cat, right? So, with the final episode, guys, it is what it is, right? It's Beastars. I'm gonna be straight with you guys, okay? This 5 episodes, we did 5 today, then, right? So it's doing all the last 5 here. The final bit. There's some great moments, okay? You see it in the video. I'm starting with Melon's mom, right? And here's the scene later, so on as well. So it's some really good scenes in these 5 episodes. There's some very, very strong scenes. But at the same time, I'm honest, guys, title video, right? I think that the last, like, 2 episodes particularly are very rushed. They're very disappointing, I think, in a lot of ways. I'm not saying that they are the worst. I'm be very clear, okay? I don't think it is the worst anime of all time. This is not like a title. This is no Promised Neverland, which is even worse, right? This is not like insanely terrible ending where everything doesn't make any sense. But there are several plot threads. For example, the drama club that just isn't resolved whatsoever. They just have that thing, and then they just don't talk about it for the last 3 episodes. It's very, very weird. And there are a bunch of those like minor plot points, plot threads that are just completely omitted or ignored in the final episode. And then the whole fights and so on is touched out. I think actually pretty good. But the quiz show, everyone's in there, Foxy Lady is there. But then they have, it really feels to me, as I am only, I haven't read it, and I'm gonna go read the manga after this, later I have time. It feels like they had this tournament arc, and they're skipping like half the fight or something. It's very, very weird. It feels very weird how they've done the last 2 episodes. So yeah, I'm gonna be quite negative in the review, but I think this overall still like a good like 4 or 5 last episodes, right? It's mostly the last episode, mostly. Yeah, it's mostly just the last second episode that doesn't really work. But unfortunately, that also is the epilogue, right? And the epilogue, they're gonna do a crediting where they just go over like 10 characters very quickly. You say, this happened, this happened, this happened, and it reminds me of the Promised Neverland. So it's like, whoa, this happened. And you're kind of like, okay. And it just really feels like this anime should have like 1 more episode, and it would be so much better. That's how it feels. So, talk about it, guys. Of course, long video here, reaction, then review in the end. If you like, subscribe, like button, and let's get into it.
シュッと吹きかければ涙を流すやつでして、
No, it's Jack.
この防犯ベルは
It's like for Haru, though, right? Like defensive. It's like an alarm. So you're like, wolf can hear the sound. Yeah, exactly. I'm a wolf. I will hear it. I will come running. Here's some gloves. It's like it's a whistle you can wipe. Yes.
自分より大きな相手でも
He's gonna save his girlfriend, you know. This thing is like a shock, yeah, a taser, and yeah, I understand. Yeah, like, she should have this long time ago. She's a crazy girl. She should always wear this thing. Even this ignoring Melon, right? She needs this stuff. Yeah, even ignoring Melon, she needs stuff. Yeah, he's not an ordinary teacher. He's a crazy. Yes, he's like a mental patient. Obviously, like, stop it, Haru. But I think this should be like last episode, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think it was so weird. I thought about it. It feels like this should be last episode, right? This is episode 20, but I feel 19 started with him getting on the roof, and I know people said it skipped chapters, right? And like the last video, it even felt it skipped some chapters here, and this in here right now, I think should probably been last episode before he goes to the roof. I feel this should have been. He's like, oh no, this is like you have to protect yourself and all this stuff. And then he goes up there. Right? I feel this seems a bit earlier. It's kind of strange. Like I'm almost watching them in the same wrong order, but I checked again. So this is the right episode, right? Yeah, this is the right episode. But it does feel a little bit weird, honestly. No, it's like, yeah, what can I? Oh, do you find Melon hot? Uh-oh. Huh? I mean, is he attractive to you? He's like a pretty cool hybrid after all. Is he attractive? Like, yeah, you pissed me off. Yeah, I'm in love with you, wolf boy. Yeah, that's true. He's adorable. Oh, yeah, well, that's true. I am pretty cool after all. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Yes. Yeah, now, yeah, because he ran away from the tattoo place. Yes, of course. Last episode, he ran away from the tattoo place. He should call the cops for once instead of running and doing weird stuff all the time. Yeah, they were there when I got there. It's like, yeah, but I mean, I keep saying it. Maybe for once he should have been like, you know what? Maybe I call the cop first before I got there. And that's with the word fur thing, right? So yeah, yeah. It's like, can you stop doing that stuff? Can you like? No, I was trying to find Melon. Goddammit. Haru is kind of annoying though. He's like, I was trying to find Melon, obviously. Like he's trying, obviously, woman. Like obviously, like why? Like I wasn't there to get tattoos, man. Yeah, I wasn't trying to get tattoos. Jesus Christ. Actually, a good point from Haru now. She's like, I want to go to school. Yeah, maybe I should go with you. There we go. I can do it. Yeah, it's probably better she does it, you know, but honestly, absolutely. Why couldn't she do it? Could be dangerous, perhaps. He might return, but still. Legoshi is probably going to have all the issues that he goes to the school and is around like a crazy person at university. It's probably better. Oh, God, perfect how to kiss me. Oh, weirdo! You need this bench at home, you know. This is the perfect bench laying. Okay, I guess. Haru is like, well, I mean, Haru is almost like, yeah, I'm on. Let's do it. What? Let's say it later. Come on! What a tease, man. What a tease is. Okay, if I do, yeah, then we can do it. Yeah, it's like, if I capture Melon, you have to marry me. Exactly. I mean, officially, I can marry you. Exactly. The dream. The dream, man. Then we can get married. You wanna save me for later. He's just a nice boy. Yeah. He's just a nice. And she's like angry because like, why are you angry for me? I'm just trying to be nice. It's like, come on. But I mean, this is a problem, right? I mean, there's a lot of guys I think in the situation. She, you know, yeah, it's nice. He's all nice to her, but sometimes, you know, the women is like, no, just do it. You stop teasing me. Yeah, like, no, I actually prefer if you know. Yeah, now they are interrogating his boss here, right? But the boss is like the nicest guy ever. He's like, no, the Legoshi is the nicest wolf ever I met in my life. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. It's weird. That's not what I meant. It's like, yeah, but obviously his boss is like, yeah, now it's like his ultimate neighbor. Best cat. This is my favorite. Come on, you know my favorite cat. He's like, no, he's super nice. Okay, he's so careful. He's the nicest person ever. Yeah. See, this is a character witness. He's like, he's the nicest person I ever met in my life. He's super nice. He's like, he's afraid of everything. I have never seen him do anything wrong ever. Yeah, she's like, no. But he's a weirdo. I was like, he's very weirdo, but he's super nice. He's like, no. He's super weird, but a nice guy. It's like, no, you're misunderstanding me. Yes, he's a complete weird person, but nice. Like, what? Like, yes, very nice person. I know they find the monster in his place, of course. But probably it's because he found it early, though. Yeah, not because he, you know, but that looks suspicious, of course. Louis is like, every time this guy, man, murder suspect Legoshi. He's like, yeah, of course. He's like, I want. Louis is like, Jesus Christ, man. It happens every week with this guy. He's so bad at this. Yeah, so he's a kind of influence, I don't know. But maybe Louis can be like, I can utilize this. Yeah, I think he's like, maybe could utilize, you know, like, Yeah, exactly. I can talk to them through the online or something. Yeah, something like, yeah, you're a big YouTuber, so let me talk to you.
じゃあ有名人のあんたの名
Then
前
you're
を
a
出してもいい
celebrity,
か
so we want to have your name in title then.
僕の名前
My
か
name, yeah, okay. But I guess he agrees, right? So he can get some fame, or he can use that
失
to
礼
reach out to them.
もしもし
So I guess there's some interest teams.
大学です
The
ね
Lions calling him?
マスコミや警察
Yeah,
は
they're like
来
the
てな
cops,
い
like,
ね
yeah. Lion Pride, man.
君の友人の件だ
It's just, but your friend, bro. He's like, I know, my friend, he's a moron. I like how the Lion guy's like, don't worry, bro. I told you the cops for you. So I didn't have to do that. Come on, he's your friend. He's the wolf, bro. We know you love him. We got your back, bro. No, it's the principal guy. No, it's the it's the mayor. Okay, it's that lion. Okay, sorry. No, it's the wrong lion. It's the evil lion guy. Sorry. No, it's the other lion. It's the lion that's obviously corrupted. He's also a mafia, I guess. He's like but he's more like the typical corrupted evil mayor that works with the Yakuza or whatever, right? Yeah. It's common in other animes too, right? Oh, they're like hating on the drama club? I guess they're like anti-mixed breeding, right? Yeah, interracial stuff. They're like, no, you can't have a boyfriend that's not the same, yeah.
演劇部はさテム先輩の
Yeah.
触殺
So
事
they
件
kinda
が
like, here we go. How do you find something? Oh, it's like exciting music here. Oh, he's drinking the monster. Energy fusion, man, I guess. Oh, no, the old lady's like, aren't you wanted? Not like, oh, what the? Everyone's like, that's the wanted guy. But I guess the old lady's just a nice guy. But now everyone's like, wait, he's wanted? Yeah, like, oh, there's a bounty on him. Uh-oh. Okay, what's here? It's a little house in there. Yeah. I'm thinking about turtles, I watch too much turtles now. Yeah, he lived here, of course. Yeah. It's like you did a lot of stuff there. Legacy. It's always, he's like, yeah, I went in and I went here and that wasn't that smart. And yeah, I was like, yep, we know. We know. Oh, that's the whole team. Och better the foxy doctor lady. Yeah, I've seen her a while. I think the first time I see her in this part, I should treat whatever. Yeah, she kind of knows all the truth or whatever. Right? She's like, yeah, I figured out. He all has an evil plan now. He's like, yes, impressive. Now then, what about my son? You working with the monster drink for him? This is probably the monster Tina thing, right? He's like, yes. She will probably recognize it. No, it's the fake meat, maybe. Yes, it's the fake meat, right? Yeah, for the Zoo Olympics. Yeah, it's like weird fake meat thing going on. Yeah, political marriage. I mean, for the marriage. For the marriage, of course. I mean, not just the political marriage. The marriage, yes. The marriage. Sorry, boss. Obviously, he loves his wife that you pushed. Obviously. Yeah, now it's like, how did you actually create this meat fake substitute? You would not need to know. I mean, it's like, you don't need to know that. It's like, just do it. So it's like, okay, boss, yeah, you don't need to know the facts. It's like,
政略結婚はね、
yeah.
不確定要素を排
He
除
loves
できる
his
効率的な発展方法
yes.
なんだ。
It's an efficient way to live.
私は専門外ですが、
Yeah, she's like, well, I'm just a doctor. I don't know sex or something. Yeah, I guess not really my thing. Yeah, that's something else. That's someone else's thing. Yeah. That's someone else's work. I'm not really do that stuff. Yeah, large quantity of keenness is home. Oh yeah, they framed him. So it's framing the poor guy. Oh yeah, I think she's in danger now. Yeah, they're like, oh, you're dangerous. Your boyfriend is a crazy murderer. He's like, no. Yeah, true love. She's defensive, even if he's like, no. Yeah, probably Melon. Especially your boyfriend's like, no, I think it's an insane serial killer. So rabbit just feel how someone is stalking them.
自分で
It's
守
like
れ
a
るま
rabbit
でどん
thing.
なに
Like
強
I'm
が
a
ってても
victim. Yeah, I always feel it. Like
やっぱり誰
so
かに
yeah, it's
後
the
ろに
whole
立たれ
like what's it called paranoid. It's like someone's always after me. It's like yeah, I'm a rabbit. I know when they're coming behind me because it's kind of like rabbits are they tend to have people jumping at them. So they kind of it's probably Louise. They can make us scared, right? Maybe it could be Melon, but I think it's a bit later. It might be Melon now, but I think it's too early for him to kind of jump it in. Unless he kidnaps her now, then he has the final episode. Maybe. Oh, it's Grandpa! Oh no, it's Grandpa! I like she wasn't ready though. Yeah, she was shocking it. It's Grandpa! It's Grandpa! It's Granny! It's Grandpa! I want an ending of the episode. Poor Grandpa, man. Poor Grandpa. She's like someone is behind me. It shocks him. And his poor old Grandpa. Oh, come on, man. That's your boyfriend's Grandpa. Okay. This I think was a good episode. I mean, it wasn't anything big happening, but I think it had a good progression of the storyline. Yeah, so I think some of the early episodes this season, and you're obviously skipping a lot of stuff. Talk about later in the video, right? Coming to last episode, but this had a good progression. I think for almost every storyline, even though it wasn't some major thing happening. I guess maybe take an accident tasting your grandpa is like a little bit but yeah, because we have Legoshi has to hide. He's obviously a criminal. That's part of it, right? He meets with the mouse guys and lives down in this sewers like turtles, in time or whatever, right? And at the same time, we see how the plot line with the meat going forward. So that with Louis and the whole Olympics thing, which is kind of weird. I see with the meat storyline, I just keep thinking that it's gonna be fake, right? And it's fake. You know what I mean? How would I say this thing that sounded like a crazy person? What I mean, of course, is that I think that the meat is fake, ergo real. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that they're saying that just like Louise was thinking, right? That okay, yeah, we are making this fake meat. We have a possible meat, right? But it actually is just meat. You know what I mean? It is actually meat, and they're pretending it's fake meat, right? Like in some other shows. I think it's like The Simpsons, where they have rat meat instead or something, and they're saying that it's cow meat or whatever. It feels like something like that, right? We're lying about how it's being produced, because of course they are, they want to sell fake meat, right, so to speak, like a vegan meat, but actually it's just fake. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It really fit the storyline. So I'm a little surprised how, I'm a little surprised there with the science storyline then, because then it feels like his father wants to make the fake meat though, right? Like it actually is a thing. Because if you use fake, right, or go actual meat, they can just pretend to produce it at a factory, but the actual factory is just stocking the actual product. Yeah, it isn't producing it. It's as big as growing it in a lab or something. So is she gonna grow it in a lab then? But I still feel that has to be it though, right? That the meat is actually real meat, right? Somehow they're just lying where the meat is coming from. So maybe it's she can maybe discover that we can do this thing and we can make this thing, but we need these ingredients. We need these particles to make it, and the particles are actual meat byproduct or something. But I can see that being a thing too, right? That you have different factories, right? And the same thing with oil refinery, whatever. In a refinery, you produce, let's say, gasoline, right? But you also get byproduct like asphalt, right? You get all the stuff coming down underneath. In a oil refinery, it's different temperatures, and you get different kind of byproducts. I see the same thing, right? If you have some kind of food, meat, house, whatever, any kind of factory is producing something with meat, right? And then you get kind of the byproduct. For example, candy. Candy, not all candy, of course, but certain candy, right? There's a lot of candy. You using, using the blood, right? But you don't actually use the blood per se. You use kind of how to explain this thing. I'm a scientist, I should know this, but how to explain it perfectly? It's you have a factory, right? And then you get a byproduct by converting whatever the meat stock and so on, right? And then you get the plasma of the blood, basically, right? And you take that thing to make a lot of candies, right? Because it gives that the shape. doesn't give it a shape, but it helps the candy to retain its shape, right? To kind of condense it. It helps it to what's it called in English? Ibelofin or something like that. No, I can't remember the actual word for it in English. I have to say this thing though. Sometimes a little hard. I'm an actual scientist, right? I'm supposed to be this like genius NASA guy, but some of the science I know, I learned in Swedish, right? Even though I work only in English. But I mean, I'm not like a freaking food scientist, right? So I don't talk about the thing. But I read it in university, like one course, in biochemistry, right? Basically. So I know how it works, but that's like in Swedish, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like isoglobin or something like that, the byproduct. But anyways, you get it out, right, from usually pigs, and then you kind of solidify it in the factory. Then you use that in a lot of different candies to kind of create and keep the candy kind of like retaining its shape, basically. And then it doesn't really do the taste. No, it's not the taste, and it gives that kind of that. It's mostly these candies that are kind of transparent. Think about it. They're kind of like solidified water, right? But actually, it's more like fat or something. Yeah, it's more like fat cells. They combine it or whatever. So long story short, the point is that I'm just assuming that the meat factory is actually giving a byproduct, right? And in the byproduct, you can make other meat or something. That would make sense. That would still be unethical, or even lie to the consumer. But it wouldn't be actually that crazy from like a, engineering standpoint. Like we're gonna produce this thing. Like I said, say to the oil, okay, we're gonna have an oil refinery. It might just save the asphalt to put on the street, right? Because that's how you make streets, right? We have asphalt to push out, might as well use it, right? I'm just imagining something like that. They're having these like factories where they get the meat, right? Then they put it in there, and then they lie about it, say, "Oh yeah, we built in a laboratory," but actually it's like, no, we got it from a byproduct. So I'm taking a list, but it seems like that. Although it still doesn't make any sense if he's actually doing it, right? It just feels weird if Louis' father is actually like producing this stuff, from scratch, right? It's just like a chemistry lab. Then it would be like the ultimate thing. Don't get me wrong, right? Because then all the animal guys can eat, their, all the vegans thing. Yeah, it would fix the basic society. But to be fair though, maybe that is what's happening because they are talking about cleansing out the black market and so on, right? And removing all these like inari gumi and so on, removing the gumis, right? The mafia. And it's true is that if they actually made like perfectly impossible fake meat, right? That actually was like healthy for you and they had no byproduct, it was all amazing, then there would be no need, right, for all this other side stuff, right? So I guess that's one reason why they want to clean them up, because they can sell the real stuff afterwards, and they want all those people buying there to buy their fake stuff, right, so they can have a lot of consumers. But the fake stuff is actually healthier for you and better for society, so it actually wouldn't be that bad. But to me, it's kind of unnecessary. It's like a unnecessary complication, right? Because if I have this secret marketplace where you can buy this cool stuff and heard that you want to buy it, right? And I make it over here, but my stuff you can buy it easily at any place, any convenience store. You probably just go to the convenience store. I'm just seeing that there's no actual need, right, to like remove that kind of shady places if you have a much better, superior product. People buy from you anyway, so it's just kind of weird, honestly. I don't know. Anyway, guys, let's go to the next episode, but it's kind of weird if it actually is just impossible to beat. Here we go. Grandpa got shocked. He got tased. He's like, "Hey, girl, that's my grandboy, yeah." But she doesn't know the truth, I guess. That he's a half, he doesn't know that the guy is. He got my eyes!
まさか
Wait.
あなた
Wait, what?
レゴシのじいちゃんだ
I'm Jisa. Grandpa!
いやトカゲじゃん
You're a lizard! Shock! No! No! That was a good start! But you're a lizard! Like, what? Oh, Miss Grandpa! Oh, God. So I'm sorry, Super. Super. No, that's like a polygon. It's like, yeah, I misunderstood that. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Not just apologize, of course, massively. Yeah, that's like his mama. Yeah, like my waifu. It makes the same use, of course. He's hot, of course. He's like, no. He's poisonous. She's poisonous. Yeah. which of course his grandson is immune to. Exactly. The poisonous. It's a great weapon, though. Grandpa's like, it's a great weapon, though, honey. You know, it's awesome when you kill people. Yeah, it's like good, Grandpa. That's good to know. Yeah. Oh, he has. Oh, yeah, this makes sense. He has Grandpa to protect him. Okay, he sent Grandpa to protect her. Maybe he could have told me in advance, but I guess I was worried then. Instead of shocking your Grandpa 3 times, it's like, yeah, that maybe would have been better. Maybe that would have been better, but what do I know? Yeah, what do I know, man? I'm just a normal bunny girl. Okay, no, it's cute though, we're getting Grandma's backstory.
私たちは
Yeah,
10代
he
だ
saved it, we know that story.
お互いに
She
人目を
immediately
殺
fell in
し
love,
周囲の反
then
対
he
を
dropped
押
out
し切
being
っ
the
て
Beastar. So love is
あ
that.
の頃はまだ
Yeah,
一
exactly.
族
It's
恋愛
speeches,
を
yeah,
冷
that was
たい
very
目で見
rare,
ら
of
れ
course,
てい
making
た
Grandpa
が
was doing it.
でも幸
But you
せ
can think
で
about it very much, of course, he's like a black, just a white woman, or yeah, that's kind of what obviously, you know, the analogy is that, you know, yeah, basically that there are, you know, something like that. But I think that's like the most reasonable way to look at this anime, right? That it's kind of like, yeah. Now they have their kid here. What happened to Grandma? She died. I mean, I guess she died. Yeah, Grandma is a nice wolf lady. But yeah, this is what I mean. It's kind of like the American 30s or something like that, 40s, right? Yeah, and it's very. I mean, the old anime very clear. He's like a black guy. She's a white woman, right? And everyone is staring at him like, oh, why is she holding hands with that black person? You know, it's obviously very much what the anime's like analogy for it. This is kind of like the American 30s or 20s or something like that, right? Kind of like, you know, between World War I, World War II, technology-wise, right? And it kind of makes sense too, right? The anime obviously is taking place roughly at our time, right? He's like grandpa when he's young, so you know, it's kind of like, yeah, around that time, right? Oh, she's dying now? What? Oh, she has been poisoning herself?
私が時を愛することに夢中になれたのは
She just ignored the pain or something? She actually was sick from poisoning? We got this anime. I gotta rewatch that scene. We gotta back a bit. But I guess, yeah, that was like weird. But I guess she actually was always sick to it. Yeah, I guess she's always, goddamn it, I guess Grammy was always sick, right?
あなたの不安を
It makes sense though, that she actually it hurt her body slightly, right? But it wasn't, yeah, so she was like getting sicker and sicker.
ようやく
And
気
he
づ
never
い
knew,
た
of course, that's why he's so...
私が時を愛することに夢中になれた
So
の
like
は
Grandpa is so worth
全
touching
部
Haru,
時
right?
の気遣いのおかげ
Because she
だ
never told him that she was getting sick or someone,
も
right?
し気づけていたら
She was like slowly poisoning
彼
herself.
女を失うこともなかったの
My
かもし
god,
れない
this is dark, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, this is dark though. His grandma died? She was like, or maybe she didn't die, that's, I don't know, but yeah, she was like very slowly poisoning, right? Because yeah, she was with Komodo dragon. So she very, very slowly. Jesus Christ, that was dark. That was really dark. My God, the grandma bit is holy. This dark, man. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Well, I mean, the anime is like I mentioned, right? It is clearly like you know, analogy for like like interracial couples or whatever, dating between and so on. But clearly the anime, they're all hybrid animals, and it takes it to another level, right? Because yeah, like she is actually can't, you know, she actually gets sick from his body and so on. And as you know with Melon, he's like cray and so on, right? So it isn't. I mean, this anime, I see, yeah, but again, it is, you know, mirroring history and reality, but obviously in this anime, it is actually makes a little bit, you know, it's a difference though, because there is actually danger, right, with their children also like getting weird powers because of that thing, and like we know with Legas's mom is like, you know, she's like, oh, I lose my skin, she got like more and more dragony, she got more like, you know, scales and so on, right, which made her go crazy and so on, right. So we know that they have this thing, right. Melon, of course, has his sharp teeth, right. He's like gazelle with like and so on. So it does make the different animal versions perhaps go cray, right? And you do really wonder if some mixing is better or worse, right? I would guess so, right? You know, positively for Legacy, it's like poison immune, right, or something. So there obviously benefits too, right? Oh, I'm a wolf with partial dragon in me, so yeah, I'm poisonous Komodo dragon, right? So I'm immune to poison, right? And I guess if you pet out a snake, it would be the same thing and so on. So there's obviously advantages, and maybe you could speak marine if you're part fish or whatever, right? I don't actually think they explained that. Side note, I don't know if they can actually be, if the, you know, can the people living in the seas, can they also have stuff? Shit, I mean, I guess the difference though, if you're a seal, right, and a dolphin, because they're mammals, so then I would buy it, yeah, I suppose, right? I mean, why not, right? If he can have it, a dragon, yeah, so, yeah, I guess like seal bro can have a kids with a wolf or whatever, right? Because they're both mammals, so that makes sense. But Jesus Christ, man, that was dark. I mean, yeah. Man, Grandpa is this kind of sad character, Jesus Christ. Okay, so you can't tell the sewer because it's so smelly. Of course, it's a wolf, so. Of the it thing. It's like, yeah, it floats down here. This is the heat scene straight up, though. There's some kid there, too. He's like, hey, kid, yeah. They're looking at, yeah, this is weird, man. They're doing the it scene really straight up. He's like, yeah, maybe we could give this child maybe we can throw like a balloon or something. Yeah, that would make a kid happy. Yeah, that kid looks pretty sad. We should probably like give him a balloon. That would be awesome. It's like, maybe not. Maybe not. It's good, like illegal Fight Club characters. Yeah. This is the baddest bunny ever. She's so cool. Yeah, he's gonna become like an ultimate martial artist. But isn't she? She's tiny, but they're very tiny though. Yeah, but I love they have like a whole poster of this like martial art bunny girl. They're like this miracle. There's a miracle figure over there. He's Christ. Oh yes, it's perfect. I wanna reach it now, too lazy. But I got a miracle figure, but it's. Oh, is Louis on a date or something? He's like, I have to escape this! That's so silly. Yeah, it's a date. He's like, oh, I'm trapped! This is hell! So stupid. I have to escape somehow! I knew it. He's like, oh no, it's a date! I hate her!
嬉しいです。
Oh, Urashi! She's like, oh, I'm happy you invited me to this date. Yeah, sure, I did. It was my father doing it. Oh, I love this thing. He's trying to like, how do I escape this terrible destiny? Oh damn it, she's so attractive! How do I escape her? She's so hot! It's like, no! Jesus Christ, Louis. Jesus Christ, man. Maybe some room service, yeah, Jesus Christ, man. This guy, man. Oh. Like, she's very hardcore. Like, I would do the rest. That pushes her off, though. Poor girl, though. Yeah, I feel sorry for her, though. Yeah, she's like, I'm trying to make our arranged political marriage work. It's basically like he's a prince or princess. I'm trying to accept this, like, royal marriage here. Can you just play along? Yeah, she's like, just kiss me and play along, okay? I'm a princess. You need to marry me. This is our father, the king, has decided this thing. Yeah, come on. Our dad has you know, you wanna unify the countries. Stop doing this whole thing for me. But yeah, she's basically like a, Ojo-sama, right? A very rich lady kind of thing going on there. But yeah, to my father, I'm only to, live and get more children and the whole stuff, right? That's very true, though. But it is good that he has anxiety. Even ignoring another Haru, whatever, other potential love interest. It would be kind of hard to just be this thing, right? Where they constantly try to, like, force you to, get married or something. So, it's a good scene in that sense. He's like, it's kind of like... she probably is the same, right? She's like, yeah, I know. My father all forces me to marry you too, yeah, like, yeah, she's like, I understand. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, yeah. She's very much... But this princess, right, she's very much playing along, though, with her father's dreams, though. She's like, yeah, whatever, I will marry you, and we will unite the kingdoms or whatever. Yeah, she... She's very professional. She's like, I would have hoped that we could be in love, but if you just want to be married to me, and I don't care if she's to me. It seems that she's kind of open to be like, yeah, whatever, it's just business techniques. He's like, really? She's just like, good. Okay. Okay, she's like, yeah, whatever, if she's to me, I don't care about that. What? But yeah, I love this cat. They're actually an interesting woman, you know. I love to see her get back a bit. The hair, she's staring at him. This is not what I want, yeah. And she's just like, you know, I guess I can live with this. So she is cold heart, man. But I like her. She actually might be one of the best characters. Think about Asuka-chan, because she basically written as, you know, very professional, very into like, oh, the business. We have to have a collaborate, right? So she's just like, okay, if you don't want to be my actually lover, whatever then, as long as we are still married, right, and we can have a kid, we don't have to have that much, you just gotta be pregnant, right? And that's kind of it. And then whatever, you know, I want to run the company. So I guess she is willing to marry him, right? And just got a kid, right, you know? And overall, that she wants to run the company, I guess. And actually, in that sense, right, Louise doesn't really want to run the companies, right? So if she married Louise, she can be the CEO of both of their, you know, father's massive business size. So combine those two, right? She can own all of it, right? And her husband can be in sheet or something. It doesn't really feel like she's like, you know, you can have some other wolf girlfriend. I don't care, as long as you let me run the empire, right? Yeah, she's like, if I can be the queen, I don't care if you do. So she's very like, yeah, very pragmatic. I like it, but I also like she's saying that, you know, like I wouldn't be against us actually liking each other, but if you just want to do that side stuff, whatever, as long as I got the power. Right? She's like, you know, I just want to be the business CEO, so you know. I guess it makes sense for her to marry him, and it's a complete scam marriage, though. Yeah, it's a complete scam, bro. She doesn't care about it, but yeah, I don't want to make her unhappy. She's like, I don't care. Yeah, I want the power. She's like, I want the power. Exactly. She's like, I want power. Yeah, but come on, she just wants to rule, right? It's kind of obvious that she just wants the business combo, right? As business partner, yeah. She just wants to rule. Exactly, she wants to expand the company, yeah. For her, it's just a business collaboration. She's like, let's combine our companies. Yeah, exactly. So back to Lion Bros. They're also adorable. Maybe Melon's back. I don't know. It's Louise or Melon. It's Melon. Yeah, the new boss. We haven't seen him in a while since he escaped the Gaster, right? So we gotta see what he's doing now, though. What's doing in this episode, right? Yeah, he's like, give me that. So, like, nice leather is written there, like, it's gonna be like a third floor, meth, you know, like the Gumi stuff. I guess he likes it though. He's like, whoa, awesome. Melon is like, that's kind of funny. He's like, oh, actually do it. Yeah, he's not against it. He's like, yes. Yes, celebrate that. Yes. I guess he's into it. And I was like, replace me? You can't replace me! He's just crazy, man. Like, no! I'm the king. Yeah, like, you can't replace me. King, you're the lion boy. That's typical, like, mafia. Yeah, he's like, no. You can't replace me.
俺の代わりができるやつなんかいやしない。その当たり前のことが。
Was now his hand? Okay, Mom's backstory. Oh no! This anime! Oh my god!
俺を愛してると言いながら。
He was doing it? I thought it was gonna be her doing it! He was like, what?
俺ではなく。
Okay, my whole ball is like, what? What's happening in this anime?
だから分からせてやった。
So he's like, yeah, on his mom, and she likes it or something? And then he killed his mother, maybe? Or was that just, I don't know. First of all, she kind of let him do it, but I guess it's Melon, like, yeah, I guess Melon, you know, he got his mom there. He's crazy. Oh my god, I've already watched the scene. Jesus Christ. It was just a weird scene. I thought it was his hand first, because, you know, we kind of saw like a power wish. I thought it would be him. But I got him tricked her, yeah, and then he like, oh yeah, he, you know, uses the, yeah, Jesus Christ. But your reaction was so quiet first. Yeah. And then she's like staring, of course. And then I guess he hit her with the iron, I guess, afterwards. But it's true that she's the actual carnivore, I guess. Her father, yeah, it's true. Then he like gets his own mom there, yeah, he kind of finish her off, man. But I guess it's a point that he's like afraid of his mom, I guess, but he's like half gazelle, right? And she's like, you know, she will eat me, she's a cat, right? And his father was afraid of his mom or something. So I guess his point that it was like self-defense or something. He's obviously crazy, but it's like, you know, this was actually interesting. That was weird, though, but interesting because you can kind of see it how he's like, no, she was trying to eat me, right? My mom was trying to kill me first. Yeah, his argument is obviously very clear that she looked at me as my father, and she was planning to hurt me, so I got her first, right? But he's obviously insane, but to some extent, there might be some truth to it. Yeah, like you know, you just have his backstory. I think Melon is very interesting written. It's the same thing 5 episodes ago with the whole roof scene, right? He was bullied, those kids were coming after him, and then he kind of defended himself. Then I would definitely say that probably you wouldn't be in jail for that, right? Because like they were 4 against 1 on the ceiling roof thing on the edge, right? So, you know, he was kind of like, oh, they tried to push me off. I pushed them off in self-defense, right? And even if he probably, you know, went crazy and like pushed the rest of them off or something, I don't think you actually would go to jail for that, right? It would be like self-defense. Yeah, I think that, you know, those guys are hard, right? Because kind of like he obviously, it's kind of like classic self-defense, right? With the roof scene, at first, it's clear self-defense, right? If they're bullying him and they're trying to get him, you know, yeah. So he defends him for the first guy, right? Like the guy was laughing at him, they were next to him and was pushing him, right? That would obviously be self-defense, and you wouldn't go to jail for that or prison. I mean, that would be pretty fine. The issue is rather, which of course the anime didn't show, right? Which is probably on purpose to keep it a little bit vague. Is of course just like, okay, but the older trees, you know what I mean? Like the first guy, that comes after him, right? He defends stuff, okay, fine. But then he kind of went after the older tree in his rage, right? Yes, they were kind of there laughing at him and trying to help out to get him off. So, you know, you could argue it's all against it. But that's probably where the law would be like, maybe the first guy was self-defense, but the older tree probably wouldn't be, right? But the anime didn't show us what happened, right? Maybe the main, but I don't think so. I think it's the purpose. The authors the want to show us what happened, right? The author wants to keep it vague, I would guess, right? So you don't know actually if he, you know, had to do it or not. Mom obviously is more different, but for Mom though, it's obviously different. With Mom, it's clear he's more mentally crazy. Yeah, with Mom, it's obviously he's just overthinking it. That she's after him because he's half herb and so on. Yeah, so this is more. He's more crazy. But I think in the line has now time for yeah, whatever. Let's take him down, right? Yeah. Yeah, you would feel that they would be maybe getting tired of him. Get his ties wound up again. Crazy guy. Oh, he gets it now. What? He's like, I see it now. Yeah, he understands the truth, of course. Yeah, he's like, that's what he's so crazy for. Yeah. Yeah, he's a mixture of beast. I get it now. But yeah, he's like, okay, here's my gun then. I will follow you. The boss, they're crazy, man. This guy I'm lying, guys. It's like, okay, fine, boss. Yes, I will follow you then. Yes, we need a crazy boss like you. Yeah, we had Louis before, right? He was like a crazy deer guy that was basically a beast. Yeah, we need a lot of guys through that beast. He's like, this is what I need, bro. This is what I need, you know. This guy's like, no, this guy's crazy. No, he's too crazy. He's like, actually, maybe not. Yeah, it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. This guy's a... But now it's like a tournament arc. Yeah, tournament arc! It's a tournament arc, yeah. We have the dragon. Yeah, Shishigumi's here. Inagumi, of course. Yeah, make a pat. Yeah, they're like, it's like tournament arc mafia style. Like what Melon is gonna be part of it. It's a mixed guy. But they was seen the opening, right? Yeah, the open spoiler thing. It's like Tournament Arc. But yeah, it's not ends right. You get into like a Tournament Arc. Yeah, Tournament Arc! But yeah, this last bit was nice, but it's kind of obviously what the opening was spoiling. Obviously, guys, if you get it right, it's gonna be like a massive fight between all the characters, I guess. So that's pretty obvious. The mom scene was crazy. That did shock me. Yeah, the mom scene did shock me. And like I said, I mean, obviously, positive, and went over it a bit. It certainly felt like the scene. How to say it? It was also very well done, right? Because there was this trickery of the power vision. Like I said, I mean, so soon, but man, it shocked me. But the point is that obviously you're thinking that it's him getting ovened, right? If you see it from the eyes, that it's him doing it to his mom. So it looked like. Yeah, it really looked like the mom was gonna first try to kill him, right? But then it was like, actually, it's him doing it against her. But then he looked shocked, he looked afraid when he's doing it. So it was a very weird scene, because it was like, okay, he's the one taking her, but he looks really afraid of her killing him. So it's kind of like, you could argue, you know, again, he's obviously crazy, but there was arguably the best scene in the whole show, I think, so far this season here. Because it really was just like, yeah, you think that he is... You know, it looks kind of like from his insane standpoint, he was in danger. Right? He was like, my mom's gonna kill me, I have to kill her first, kind of thing, right? That's how it looked for the first half of the scene, right? And then they kind of turn it around, he is attacker and so on. So that was, yeah, because you see that thing going down, he looks shocked. But I guess also, of course, from a very physical standpoint, he's thinking that I'm gonna try to kill her, right? That he's afraid she's gonna defend herself before he can do it. So obviously he's afraid of failing too. So it's like a double reason why he'd be afraid of it. But overall, yeah, that was a very, very good scene. One of my favorite scenes so far in this anime. This is easily. The beginning was kind of like... The beginning with mom was sad. Yeah, it was a double doozy with dead moms, right? Well, I mean grandma, but still though. Still a mom though, yeah. Which also called for sad. How she was like fighting through her poison. And she didn't tell him that she was like getting sick by it and so on, right? It reminds me of the Spider-Man storyline. It's a what-if storyline with Spider-Man. Right? It's like Mary Jane basically has been getting sick by Spider-Man's, you know, but he's like radioactive to her, right? It's a radioactive Spider-Man, right? She gets a cancer for being with Peter for so many years. After 20 years of being married to Peter, she gets like, you know, cancer of the Spider-Man behind me. Yeah, so a controversial story. Yeah, that wasn't a real storyline. It's one of those like, what if this thing happened thing, you know? So it was one of those like controversial side stories. But actually, I think they are actually pretty fine. A quick side here. Marvel does a lot of like what ifs, right? And that one was again a controversial what if. Like what if Mary Jane dies because Spider-Man is poisonous to her? Just like, you know, in this anime here, very similar storyline, right? In that sense. What if that happens because, you know, he's like radioactive, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, it's very controversial, but I think it works out in those like what if, because it aren't actually storyline. So some of the what ifs are like, what if Captain America had the power of Thor or whatever, right? You know what I mean? So they have those kind of things going on, right? But they also have like what if, basically like, oh, what if Spider-Man was hitting or something. So I think it's fine to have those like darker roots, right? Where some beloved character dies, but it's an alternative universe, right? So it actually matter. And I don't think it was actual, like, they have these numbers in Marvel that have the literal name, like, what if this thing, right? And I think that if Spider-Man has more than a name, it was like Spider-Man, the Dark Future, or they gave it some other name, but it was basically a what if, right? It was like an alternative universe. This actually isn't canon. We just made up some terrible future for Spider-Man. You know, what do you guys think? So I think it kind of works still, though, honestly. But anyway, next episode, guys. Yeah, so Legoshi is running to the fight, I guess, right? Yeah, to the Tournament Arc thing. I mean, it makes sense. He's trying to get there, of course. He's like, I like it. It sounds cool. Yeah, it's like, well, you know they're gonna fight to death, right? It's like, but it sounds pretty cool, though. Honestly, it sounds pretty cool. It's like, yeah, but it also sounds cool, though. It's like, I guess, yeah, any more competition. It really is Tournament Arc now, man. Tournament Arc. Well, Legoshi gonna join. Did he have time to? I guess so he can write his name there. Yeah, I guess. It's like death or something. He's like, I want to be Tournament Arc! Tournament Arc! Oh, he's a wolf. I mean, I guess it's like, well, it's against the rules, I guess. Yeah, turn for alone. There is like a gang with him. He's like, I am by myself. I don't need allies. I'm badass. I love the cast about, oh, I'm on wanted list. I probably should write my real name right now. What have no ink? You're like confused, man. What friends? No more. I can't write my name. Legoshi. Yeah, whatever. I can read it. Okay, it's fun. It's a stupid joke. Like, damn it, there's no ink for his pens. You're like, that's. Yeah, now of course Melon is like, you bastard. Come on, bro. But I mean, he's not gonna kill. I mean, they're gonna fight. But I mean, yeah, he's actually safe in that sense. There's no way Melon's gonna fight him here, right? Until the actual tournament. Yeah, he's kind of like, yeah, let's go then. You know, he's not gonna, of course, hurt him now because he obviously wants to do it in front of people, right? He obviously wants to do it with that crowd, so you know, he don't want to lose, you know, face or whatever. So yeah, they're gonna have like a, you know. He's like, no, we can do it tournament-wise. Yeah, we will fight in a tournament. Yeah, it's very anime. The final episode, the final is a tournament. It's like, no, do it at the tournament, you idiots. Yeah, but do it over here instead. So don't fight now. It's like, but I want to fight now. Like, so what's this now? It's like a quiz show. What is this thing? We have to have. Oh yeah, I see what anime. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a quiz show for this stuff. Like, how do you know this? Why is the thing for? 1 point for Melon! What is this thing? Yes, for turtles. Well, mutant turtles have a different law, of course. Okay, as long as they have a color, that's important for them. How would you know this? It's like, what? What is this thing? This is the Legas thing, the tail thing. Yes, he knows like wolf tail asses. He's like, good. He did know the wolf stuff. Yes! Like, yes! That's cheating! He's like freaking wolf! Tail, yes! You clearly is pinpointing him! That was the this is also a stupid question. What? No, you get that system, that's clearly his advantage. Yeah, you're like, oh, he's a wanted guy. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, he's famous. This guy is crazy. He's like crazy murderer. Of course, they're like, yeah, know that guy. No, it's like, Jack told me this. He's like, yeah, my best friend gave me some advice. They're like, what? I accept it. The Yankees is like, he likes him. I like the answer. It's like, what? It's like, I never. He's cheating. Clearly cheating. Okay, when they're in heat, when they want to do it. They want to smash. He knows what's happening. He's like, yeah. He's taking him on. Yes, toy with a close friend. They're like, oh, he knows his tigers. He actually knows his tigers. I like it a lot. They're like, this guy knows tigers. He got a tiger best friend. The audience is really into it. They're like, yeah, this guy knows what's up, guys. It's like, oh god, Melon saves him. Oh my god, that's my best friend for you. Well, did you cut it off? And Melon is like, I got you, bestie. You and me, best friend. Yeah, best friend. But I mean, this makes sense to me. He wants to beat him in an actual fight, right? Yeah, so I'm not too surprised by this thing. He's almost like a crazy guy. He wants to beat him in an actual fight, right? He doesn't want to defeat him by, oh, you died from that, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to win like that. It's not about honor. He wants to do it by himself, you know? Yeah, he's like, that's pretty nice. Yeah, like he wants to do it by himself. Oh my god, I was like, I will eat Haru at your grave. What an insult, man. Yeah, I'm gonna eat her on top of your grave. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, get all the juice, like, flushing over there. Like, what? Yeah, I was like, that's a shit, man. So now it's back to the whole, like, yeah, the Olympics, and they're sponsored, and yeah, the mayor seems to be behind most of this stuff, right? He's like, yeah, the mayor is clearly cray. He's clearly doing this stuff. But this also could be, this feels to me like we missed an episode for this thing as well. You know, they skip you so much stuff in this anime, right? I mean, I understand from a business standpoint, but if it's a little bit like this, probably has a little more exploration in the manga, exactly what's happening here. Even though we have, of course, seen Louis work on this, but still. It's alive! The chick is alive or something? What? What's that, the chick? What was that? No, we got the bed. It's like a chick there. Or maybe it's just random. What? No, it's just another chick. Yeah, he died. I mean, he buried it, right? Yeah. I mean, it's like, what? There's another chick that he's like, I guess, giving monster energy drink, you know, the whole. Yeah, it's another chick. Maybe same chick. Yeah, but he's like, I guess, see if he can survive this thing. Yeah, it's like experimenting on, I guess. Right, someone kidnapped him, I guess? Might be Louise then. I guess someone kidnapped him, right? Yeah, or something. I guess. Might be, yeah. I was like, what's that thing? No, it's like a tank or something. Yeah. Well, I guess probably interrogate him, right? Like, why are you making this, Yeah, maybe they will kill him. I don't know. It feels like, No, it's probably just like to make him, speech. Yeah. Okay, no, it's Lucy there. The everyone was Yaya then doing it. Melon is already fighting, right? So, yeah. Otherwise, it feels like a Melon thing, but it's just like he's already fighting, so I don't see how he would do it. It was Melon? Well, then the timeline doesn't make any sense. That happened before then, right? But I thought it was like Melon was out there with Legoshi right now. So it's jumping a little bit here in the timeline then. But yeah, he's invented like a gas that hurts the mixed people or something. But it's just like, yeah, that's strange. I was thinking that, oh, is it him? Is it Melon, right? Because like I said, it fits it's like a Melon thing to do, right? That's like a Melon strategy thing. Yeah. It would make Melon fall asleep or something. But it's kind of like I said, it's a little bit strange because he was like, yeah, the timeline to me doesn't make any sense, honestly, guys. Like I said, because wasn't he just fighting with Legoshi, or not fighting, but the whole like quiz show, right? Quiz show. I guess his lab is behind it, right? Yeah, he's like, yeah, I have evidence that it's coming from your lab, right? That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think anyone is surprised that his father is involved in the mayor or so on, right? So we make it the club now, right? It's always like Pina doing cute stuff, and But yeah. Yeah, there's kind of the adorable little goofballs we see on the sideline. Yeah, you're right, we can all do it. We can do it if we want to, and they have their own little struggles in life, but like I said, I think this is the weakest storyline. And the late episode has to have too much of Juno and Pina having their like romantic scabble Romula thing going on. So now if it's the chicken thing with him was more interesting. This is kind of like, oh no, someone destroyed our house. That's sad, And I feel for them, but it's like, do I care that much? No, not really. It's like, well, I guess I don't really care too much about it. Yeah, I grew up here. But it feels like it's like a missing between the tournament and back here again. Like how Melon had time to go and kidnap him. Yeah, but now it's like you have to fight for Haru, for me, for everyone in the peace town or something. Yes, I understand, senpai. I will fight to death. Så and of course, some motivation there. Yeah, you have to do it. Do it for her. So it does feel like it's kind of jumping all over the place also in this episode. This episode felt a little bit weirder. Yeah, the first bit was great. Quiz show, that was hilarious. That was awesome. I loved the bit. That was super funny. It's like the judge is like, oh, what is dog tail thing going on here? Oh, that means she's happy. Oh, I see. He knows this stuff. It's like he's cheating. And then we go back to Legoshi being a nice, empathic person. So him knowing about his friends and all the tigers, this thing and that thing, right? And everyone kind of liked him there because he knows a lot about different animals, right? So that was great. But after that, this thing here felt very strange. Just how it was Melon doing it, but it was kind of like the timeline to me was kind of weird. I know they had a quiz show, and obviously maybe it shouldn't be too surprising that this is like the next day or something. But it just felt like I'm missing like a transitioning. I'm missing like a little bit of the guy saying that okay, we fight tomorrow or something, and we do this thing, and it just happened immediately afterwards. Right? To me, it was strange. It happened like it was like they had the quiz show, and then we see Louis argue with his father. But I think this could be during the same timeline, right? Because this is like, this is like me and my dad, we're arguing about the meat stuff and the Red Bull monster thing, whatever, right? And this, I'm assuming, happening on the same time as the having the quiz show, right? This is kind of light in the evening. And then the very next moment, you know, we see this guy being attacked in this laboratory, and for me, it's like this could be happening at the same time that this thing's happening, right? Or maybe this is afterwards, and I guess Mello went there right away afterward. But it felt like a little bit. It felt like it was just too quick, almost. Yeah. Then Louise got there immediately. I don't know. It just feels kind of strange, a little bit. But obviously, yes, obviously, he can have time to go there. It's just kind of felt like it just jumped from. It feels like it's jumping from one scene to another, right? That's what I feel. Like it's lacking maybe like 1 or 2 frames of them, like this is the next day now, or this thing happening, or see Haru talking to someone else about her grandpa or something. Like some other scene should happen in between, maybe. Like it's probably a little too high paced, right? And I'm assuming the manga probably had more, you know, chapters in between there. Maybe it was like 1 chapter in between, or at least a little bit of other pages, right? With some more a bit storyline. Here it feels like the next chapter immediately. It's a little bit weird. But anyway, next episode. Alpaca Butler Dude, yeah.
もしもし。
あったわよ。あなたがご
Oh,
所
it's
望のもの。
his doctor girlfriend character. She's they're always like the Louise side character, right? Sahid side chick. Yeah, working me to the bone. Yeah, she's like, God damn it, man. Also, is it the mayor's trusting him? Oh, yeah. Because that's true. The mayor knows that. Yeah, he knows that he bought him as well. He knows that. Of course, the mayor liked him. Evil lion, dude, man. Can't trust him. Your father loves you. He's all like, come on. He does love you as a son. Yeah, he's like, come on, use your future. Yeah, but he's push some pills into the meat for some reason. Yeah, why? Must be Melon's evil plan to poison them.
ルイの角をかじれ。
Poison them with the melons.
すまんな。
Grandpa.
待たせてしまった。
Grandpa.
いつまでもそんなポンコツに乗ってるからお
Yeah,
願
this
い
is
し
about Haru,
ま
I
す
guess. Yeah,
ずっ
Haru,
と
yeah.
元気でいてください
Stay healthy and
レゴシ
healthy, Grandpa.
急須500段が届けてくれた。お前の友人だろ？何か知ってるんじゃないか。
なんだこれは遺書か
Yeah, sounds like that, honestly.
レゴシのやつ。何かする
He's
つも
gonna
りかもし
fight
れん。
that Terminator.
動き出してくれればこっちの網に引っかかる
Obviously.
レゴシをどうするつもりだ？
お尋ね者だ
Yeah, I gotta capture him. I don't know, man. Yaya is hardcore, right? Yeah. So we're best friends, man. Some weird black. What is it weird, man? Some black and white thing. Here comes Legacy. Yes, to protect her. It's some weird like black and white fight now. He's growing too. Oh my god! Yeah, this is the final fight here. Yes, they're gonna fight the course in the end. I guess is Melon dreaming or something. He's dreaming of the epic fight he's gonna have soon. Yeah. And it's back to Mom. Yeah. My leopard powers are increasing. Okay. This is a Mom was nice to him. Since he killed her. She's crazy. Yeah, because he's mental. His head is mental, really. Okay, I wasn't a mix, what? Oh, but Mom is sick, right? She's like, I love you and you're terrified of me. There is something that Mom is a sicko, though. It's clear that his mom is like awing him or something. Yeah, his mom is clearly like touching him or something. Yeah, okay, so maybe him killing his mother really was the yeah, because Opposite's mother is like, you're so hot. Yeah, it's like, okay. There is clearly something like that. Where mom is like, oh, delicious pain. You're like, oh, okay, yeah. Here we go. I was right. It's, of course. Yeah, it's obviously faked, right? Yeah,
なんだと
it's using, of course,
でも
meat.
翌
Call
日
it.
に
Yeah,
は
I call it Louis.
絶
Yeah.
対口外
Of
する
course,
な
the
って
meat
言わ
is
れたわ
produced by some kind of byproduct. I call it. I was 100% right in that. I mean, kind of obvious, but yeah. Of course, the meat is somehow a byproduct. Of course, it is. Like, what else would it be? Right? What else would the meat be? Of course, the meat is. Yeah, she discovered the meat's actually cheating it. Of course, you are. The meat's only partially, say it, artificial. Yeah, no, he's like, I'm gonna fight. Okay, so Louis finally found the resolve there. She's like, Jesus Christ, man. His blood gets too heated. Yeah. Yes, he got like a resolve now. I have to fight my own fights. I will do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go and find him. He's been to Panda, right? I'm waiting for the Panda to return for a long time now. Finally.
二度
I
も
haven't
殺
seen
され
Panda
か
in
け
a
て
while, but I've been
まだ
waiting.
これ
I've
ねえ
been
の
straight
か
until it has to be
でもほら
Panda soon.
2度も生き返ったんで
普通はな
There we go.
戦う時は鎧を着て武器を持つって
Panda. Yes, Fox Ladies. Very good. Yeah, I was like, whoa, the Fox Ladies! Yes!
この硬さは
Foxy
絆の強
waifus!
さ孤独で武骨な毒
Finally!
そして去年の覇者は王座を守りきることができるのか百獣の王獅子組
Yes, of course, they're all here. With the crazy melon dude. Yes, one wolf dude. The grey wolf. He's just gonna fight by himself or something. They're like... But you'll have won the criminal. Let's get him. Like, what? Let's fight and conquer him. This is crazy. This is a hardcore like fight club now, man. Yeah, they have underground and all this stuff. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, boys. Okay, so you only rule for 1 year then. Okay, so you get 1 year rule, and you get this huge like elephant meat or something. Yeah, which I guess they were the one they were working on. And now she's like weaklings. You had a deal leader. Yeah, like, I hate them, of course. Well, I'm the new boss. I'm Melon. I'm best. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
どうかお見知りおきを
とんだ貧乏くじを引いたわね。もう獅子組
Oh
は
yeah,
落ち
people,
ね
yeah,
え
like
よ。
rich as yeah, yeah. Call him poor, basically. No, but I like the fox. The fox lady is clearly the best character. Come on, the foxes are the best, 100%, easily. Yeah, smells of these people. And then he just kills one of his own guys, something. Because he's like, yeah, what Melon is Agatha! He was a traitor, yeah, something. What? He's like, no. What? Man, say this guy is like, yes, let him kill me or something. It's for the family or something, yeah. Yeah, it's against the rules. It's your side. He's like, come on, he was on. He doesn't say I can't kill my own guys. Like, that's a rule. I don't buy that. It's like, what? Is it really against the rules? But he's back there. He has to go back to animal, you know. Exactly. It's appreciation day, right? Yeah. It's all about the meat. Melon is crazy, man. Yeah, this is Christ. It's crazy. Was he gonna seize them now? But who are working there? I don't know. They have some. Who's trying to fight the meat now? Not much of a tournament arc. That he just ruined the tournament immediately. Yeah. Did I just kill them all? Like, what are they gonna do? They're like, I just fight, I guess. Yeah, I was like, yeah, see you next. Yeah, it's like, okay. I guess we all is fighting this crazy rubble and what? There's another classic. It's a good positive party, right? Yeah. Where's Legacy and so on? Yeah, there. Yes, it's coming from the sea. Maybe my shark bro is coming to help us. Now as the Legacy is like, I summoned this shark. Yeah, this shark bro is on my side, man. Been waiting for this moment that I can release my shark bros. Yes, and of course, silly guys, like, I understand, it's their love or something. He's like, I understand, it's emotions, youth or something. Yeah, old art Sampa's coming back too now. It's of course Legoshi met and so on. Yeah, so we have the classic side story. I wonder if Juno and Pina's gonna have some bit. That's what interesting probably. Yeah, where's Pina? She's like fine, I can't find him. That's interesting, right? She's like, oh no, I'm... Are they stuck or something? No, it's the dogs are, but maybe Pina will meet him something. But yeah, the dog squad is back, and I guess they're late. So stuck, I guess, on some training. No, he's sad because he's like, Legoshi, my bro, has been framed, of course, for this. It's been interesting. Here we go. Grandpa! Here we go. Yeah, it's now fighting Komodo dragons. And of course, now he finally can use his immunity. We're waiting for this moment. He's like, yeah, I'm immune to this shit. Okay, boy. He's like, actually, I'm part of the dragon, so. Kitty! He's like my mom! He reminds me of my mother! He wasn't trained by his grandpa. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm not bringing his poison, so. Should tell him something that, you know, I'm part Komodo dragon. Yeah, he keeps trying to poison him, and he's like, nah, come on, bro, like, we're family. You're basically my cousin. Come on. Man, that's really brutal, though. Kinda actually helped him, though. It would be nicer not to do it. It would be nicer to not destroy the wall first, though. To, like, you know, make... Here we are. I think we share similar values.
まだまだ我々の不屈の精神はこんなものじゃない。
It's no tail. I don't know why he's teaming up with him. He's like, eat this or something.
切り立てはまだ意志が
I don't
残
know.
って
He's just like, let me friends.
毒組か
I
らのメッ
can
セー
see
ジ
the
だ
dragon in you.
受け取ってくれ。
Okay.
メッセージ
Message.
裏市の獣に
He's just like, bro, your grandpa saved me as a kid or something. He's like, got a backstory. He's like, I love your grandpa, right? Something. Oh, he's a bomb on the tail or something. Jesus Christ, what is this thing? What is this thing? Oh, the tail had a bomb or something? What? He was like, haha. Why did he just beat him up instead? That didn't make any sense. I have no idea what that guy's alliance is. He's like, actually, the tail was a bomb. We're like, why? Why can't he just punch him instead for? What was the point of that? What was the goddamn point of that? I have no clue what this character is doing, man. So for a while, I was feeling that, oh, maybe he's like grandpa, you know, he's like, I remember you or something, or I see that you're my cousin or whatever, right? That's how it felt, because it was strange. I mean, not strange, but for him it should be strange, I mean, right? That Legoshi is immune to poison. They should tell it to him. He should be, oh, you're part of my family. Part of my kin, you know what I mean? So I was thinking maybe you can help him, right? But then instead he's just like, oh, actually, this tail is a bomb. You're like, why would he punch him instead for? It made no sense. I don't know. I'm not a uber fan of this, like, not too much of a fan how this episode turned out, right? Instead of having a tournament arc, I don't think they have like a massive tournament, like 20 fights, but, you know, instead of just having like maybe one or two other skirmishes, it just turned into a giant battle royale instead when he's like cheated, so it just, yeah, I mean, it fits Melon though, but still, it just made it all go crazy. I don't know, and now it's all a big raffle. Whatever, it's the final episode then. But this episode felt a little bit, yeah, probably the week's episode, it's a little bit kind of strange. But if it's jumping so much, if it's jumping really quickly through the hooks here, I feel I'm missing a lot of context on the sidelines here, honestly. This is the opening, I think. No, this is over opening, right? Final episode. Here we go, everyone. Final episode. Yeah, it's just the final season. It's Bernie. He's just like, yeah, this guy is cray-cray. He threw a bomb at me or something. It didn't make any sense, but he did it. Yeah, doing a fight now here. Of course, Melon is going around there owning people. Because he's a nutcase, so he wins this fight something. I just like his, yeah, pattern, I guess, if he's like a cat thing. So, I mean, the name is Doku as poison. They're poison Gumi, right? So. I have no idea what this guy is like. This right, the word. I don't know.
しかしこの先は
But isn't it part
差
listen?
別されるのではなく差別させる
Just make us
毒組
superior.
は特別だと敬うべき種
But I don't
族
know why
だ
he's
と
so hateful to Legacy for. It doesn't make sense. Maybe it's too important for. Yeah, it's like, why would he punch him then? Oh, the whole team is gonna kill him. Yeah, he stands up. And he saved the tail too.
意志が残ってる
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it still catches the wheel, okay. Yes. Protected his poor little tail there. Yeah, this was like, you're a nutcase, look, you're a nutcase. Yeah, he's like, yeah, but I felt so sorry for it. The girl says like, yeah. He's like, God damn it, this kid is so weirdo. Wait, they can't regrow the tail? Then why would he use the tail as a weapon for? He's like, that's my pride. Then why would he use the tail as a weapon for? If it's like his, how did he regrow it? This just made no sense. Oh my god! Being attacked by the weird fox lady! What is that? I can't find a woman! What's happening now? Suddenly she jumps him in this weird angle. Goddamn anime! Yo, people gonna love this episode. Yeah, here comes the weird fox lady, and she has some weird martial art, of course. Because, yeah, this is how she fights, of course. She got like a very strange angle of fighting. I guess she grabbed his tail or something. Yeah, this is like painful. But it's just a weird attack. She's like climbs up on him and like, ha, I grabbed your tail, fox boy. Yeah, you're like, oh, that looks really painful. But also very weird. Here we go, more the fox fight. Yes. Oh, should we like gun or something? I guess. Yeah, it's like... Alright, it's like silhouettes. You look down on me because I'm a woman! Yeah, it's true, yeah, it's like, yeah. Yes, I would fight you.
昔からみんな言うの。メスギツネは女を使って騙してくる卑しい存在だ。
And she's a vixen, yeah, she got both going on there. Waiting for the bunny girl up here. Yeah, she wants to be everyone's boss, so you can show that she's the strongest woman ever. I can relate, yeah, it's like good. Yes, they hold a lot of stereotypes to me too, yes. What? There we go, he accidentally knees Melon. That was his real goal, it's like, yes. Yeah, I'm your boyfriend. You shit with this woman is. What is happening? It's about me, right? It's about me. And I suppose back to Louis or something with the, yeah, the whole like weird meat factory thing. And I guess she's trying to get the evidence, I guess. I feel that this plotline is just going so fast now. I feel we're skipping out some part of the plotline. So we don't know he's probably the mayor or something. Back to the dogs again? Yeah, I feel the plotline is definitely going too fast, honestly. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I guess she's doing that because that's part of that, I suppose. Yeah, that's like good, I guess. Here starts the Olympics and yeah, so Olympics. I guess I haven't even got, no, it's more representation of it, that's true. This festival is like, we will do the Olympics. Yeah, he didn't know what to say that. Yeah, he changed the text. I guess the mayor changed the PowerPoint. Are they playing music now? It went from like a crazy battle, or is this, yeah, it's actually strange. I like that they're playing the tunes though, while they have like a crazy battle on now. But yeah, now Melon is gonna, of course, covered in blood as well. Yes, Flower of Red, of course. He lost it completely now, man. But what? How is suddenly fighting here? Happens to be much, yeah, like, Raider fight. I haven't added away, guys. I'm just like, what are they fighting for before? Suddenly they like the serious side on here. So we're fighting with the fox lady in the center of the area. Yeah. I feel like I missed 10 minutes, honestly. Yeah, so I'm almost gonna be the final fight, but I'm just like, so you got him now. Or get out. Another flashback. What's happening? Oh, he's like dreaming about his inner beast something. There is an ongoing issue. Howling, so it's. If it's like the dogs might appear, yeah, his dog bros. It's like a bunch of howling, so it's like the dog squall is coming or something. Yeah, he hears his bros on here. The wolf cry, and now he's like this powers, he's like Thundercats. Yeah, see? Of course it's the wolf boys, yeah, they're screaming out to him. You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear his wolf brothers calling for him. This is like Thundercats, he's getting powered up. He's like, yes! Like, Thundercats, wahoo! It's gonna be the whole thing now. Whoa! It's like, power up! What? Now they're back to the middle again. Yeah. And this is happening suddenly. Yeah, he's like, his leg is malfunctioning. There we go. Final bit. Oh, he really loves his blood thing. Yeah, it's the most fun you ever had, right? Exactly. I can feel it too. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Oh, the attack. He's doing the whole... Of course, it's gonna... But when they work on Legacy 2, though, they're both mixed, though. So they both will be weakened by this thing, though. Yeah, in that sense, it's a little bit like... Well, yeah, this is gonna make them both become weak. Probably. Yeah, probably. They got drowsy from this man, I said. Yeah, she's there. That's she's stealing, of course. Yeah. She went to the laboratory. Bringing up this instead. Instead of the evidence against him. But that's just kind of weird. It doesn't work in Legacy. He's like, Melon, you okay? Is it specific to some animals then? Because Legacy looks fine. But he looks fine though. He was already down, so he's like, well, he looks worse by it. But this always makes sense. Like, why is he fine but not?
これは殺し合いじゃねえ。縄張り争いだ。
もう終わりよ。
Yeah, those surrounding him. But it feels weird that Legacy is like somewhat tired too, but not like he's like, come on, yeah, like okay. Yes, our picnic together. Yeah. Yes, everyone come to our picnic. Pretty good burn actually. You never had a friend, right? You never talked to a normal person. He's like, yeah, you never had a normal conversation. Yeah, you never actually had a normal conversation with anyone. Man, it's pretty sick burn there. It's like, yeah, I understand now. You never had a normal conversation. Exactly, it's like, no.
俺が結末を変えてやる。名作の結末ってのは往々にして胸くそ悪いもんだろ。思いっきり後味悪くなるぜ。ミックスの獣が。
It's gonna be like, yeah, I'm the beast now. Yeah, it's self-right. And now it's like a melon exploding. Jesus Christ, he just suddenly trained a melon screen. But yeah, yeah, there's a broken melon, of course. Yeah, I'm not surprised he did it though. Don't die on me, Melon! I'm not surprised that he would do his thing. I feel like he's that crazy guy. Of course, he will, you know, he will end it, of course. There's a characteristic. He also go to jail or whatever. No, he doesn't want to have any possibility. Just a characteristic, man. It's a characteristic. It makes a lot of sense. That's absolutely. He doesn't want to, you know, take any actual. He's going to release it at them, right? Of course. That's the run into save Haru, of course. Yeah, because he's trying to kill. Yeah, of course it is. Oh, Grandpa perfectly comes in there now. Yeah, he's driving over there. Yuji-chan! He's driving there earlier. Of course, Grandpa appears at the perfect timing here so he can get a ride. That's a little bit perfect though, but yeah. And now Lee's gonna have like a better breakdown. Tell everyone, do you want to eat pig? And you over there, you like birds. Yeah, it's like, what? He's like, what is he doing? He's like, of course, Louis is gonna have like, a grand speech, right? They will ruin it for him. Of course. This is what you all waiting for, right? He's like, come on, guys, we can't stay like this. And then you're waiting for Louis to have this great speech, and it's gonna ruin his, you know, his evil plan, right? Yeah, that's exactly what you expected for, right? Oh yeah, now there's this guy pushing there. Oh, there were Penis. He said the old, yeah, from the one, the first baddie. He wants to learn about his drama. He want to play his card. I'm trying to become like a killer. I'm trying to understand my acting. Yeah, how do you do, beer? How do you do, beer guy? They have the weirdest ship. Of course, Peanut a weirdo. Oh, I mean, he's been home.
私は子供の時、裏市で
Yes.
食用の肉として売
They're
られて
finally
いた
gonna
の
meet
です。
everyone.
本当かよ。
Yeah.
それを小熊会長が買い取り。
It's like the yeah, now he's supposed to be the mayor. The mayor is blackmailing my dad.
一体何
He's like,
の
oh.
話だか。
父様。
It's all true.
市長説明してください。
市長。
知らん。
協賛企業に対し
But
て
there's evidence for this. No, I'm not just saying it happened, but it's evidence for things. Who knows? Yeah,
この
but
ツ
yeah,
ーリン
maybe
グピンク
the...
は金で汚れている。
Oh, no, it's like the Red Bull inside of his bottle, of course. So he's gonna get all crazy now. He's gonna get all aggressive. So he's drinking the energy juice. It's like it's gonna turn all like angry now. Also, my camera turned a bit. There we go. Yeah, fix it. It's like it's gonna turn all the energy drinks. Oh yeah. Okay. He has his own fight here. Maybe his dad is now. I feel his dad's now. Gas is there, yeah, because they was running over there, that's true. They were running over to stop that because they knew that. So they fight this guy instead, the mayor. He's like, yeah, I got this guy going on, man. It's part of my new enemy fight here, of course. And bites him or something. What? Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm here now instead. Everyone's like, it's the wanted criminal, of course. Now I guess Louis has to admit he's his friend too, so. Now he's like, no, that's my friend. Haru comes here too. He's like, no, not Legas, he's a cute boy. Here we go, Haru's to be like, no! He's the nicest person ever! Exactly, Haru's gonna defend him, of course. Of course, Haru will go up there and defend him then. Can get that romance. Please marry me, Haru-chan! Yes. The kiss! Haru-chan! Yeah. No, I didn't. Yes, they have the romantic kiss here. Very nice. Oh my god, another kiss. Another kiss. Everyone was like, yeah. all the old classmates was like, oh yeah. Okay, here comes Jan now, of course. He's been like, I got evidence. Now he appears, the Beastar. I've been waiting the whole anime season to have this grand moment of evidence, bitch. He's like, okay. Yes, indeed. It's my plan all along. Yeah, okay, good. Very good. Yeah, I planned this out years ago. Okay. I got a recap now instead. They're doing the... This is like, now it's better, but it's kind of similar to Powerless Neverland. They're like, here's all the epilogue in this recap here now. Okay. Melon is alive somehow, what? He's like... He's breaking up with you now? Maybe he likes that hot dear girl. He's like, she actually is pretty good now. I just kinda like her now. She's pretty badass. Business lady, yeah, she's hardcore, man. And then Juno can have her Pina. I guess she's hitting on that Haru. Are you proposing to me? If it's kind of weird doing the whole credit thing, honestly, yeah, there should be one more episode for this epilogue bit. Yes, the wolf and the rabbit girl can finally be together. Now this dog is like, oh, clearly what are you doing? No, it's my boyfriend! Yeah! Okay. That's how it ends, guys. It's finally over. I waited years for this. That was cute, the last bit, though. The best bit was cute. That would be the perfect image to have while we review it. 100%, guys. 100%. And I will say I'm really sorry. I talked about it briefly at the beginning, right? That this video feels a little bit, how I say it, less quality. To be honest, I don't know what to call it really, but you know, in the previous videos, I was jumping a little more in the edits, changing a little bit the angle of it, and so on. So it was better. But today, I just felt honestly that's a little bit like 5 episodes. You know, I honestly was kind of like, to be honest, I was a little bit like, yeah, whatever, let's do it like this, right? It goes faster. Also, easy for copyright. That is one thing that I have to admit to. It's easy for copyright. But I still think I hope you like the video. Please subscribe, it's alright. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed these last videos, of course, over Beastars. But I will admit that, right? I mean, obviously, it takes some time to binge it, but I wanted to see how it's gonna end, right? So I felt like, whatever, let's do all 5 today, though. Because normally, like with most animes, I like to watch it, 1 episode per week, right? Even if Netflix drops it, but because I, of course, in the past had on Beastars, and I'm pretty sure that the first, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But in the beginning, was it normal weekly, right? Because I think then it was airing on TV. I think if I'm correct now, the first 2 seasons was airing on TV, right? And also, of course, Netflix had them later, right? But they were airing on TV, so it was like a normal anime. And then in the 3rd season now, in the last 24 episodes, only been on Netflix, right? I think that's how it is. So that's why it's being binging, because I was saving the last 2 episodes as well, right? But anyway, I digress. But it still feels a little bittersweet. I don't think the ending was very good, honestly, right? Let's be fair, guys. It was like I hated it, this final bit here. If we talk briefly first about the whole season, then we go over the episode then. But it's like, there were some moments that were really good. Like the Melon bits were always the best, right? I love the Melon bit with his mom. That was one of the best scene. The grandpa, grandma there was a sad scene, so right. So that probably was the best episode. Yeah, that episode had a lot of drama and a lot of character, I was a development, but like character build up or like character explanation and motivation of characters, right? So that was really strong. There was some other funny bits. The quiz was funny and so on, right? So they had some good moments. Every episode had like some good moments, right? Definitely. But it certainly feels very rushed, and I think that, I think a lot of people said it, right? If it's very rushed, I had a comment saying it to me early this morning. I was like, yeah, if it's rushed, man. And that was before I even got to the final bit here, right? This episode was very strange in a lot of ways. It felt like we had all of these different plot points, and some of them wasn't really explained, or like it was just kind of like, yeah, here's the solution. So the biggest is of course the drama, right? The drama club. And I talked about earlier, I think that's the weakest plot point overall in the anime with Pina and Yuno, so right? But it seems that to me was like you dropped the ball. Yeah, that to me is dropped the ball. So we have the moment, right, when Yuno has to go and recruit Pina again, and she's being kind of a Sundra, so to speak, right? They're arguing, and there's like a Robin Julia love, and they're gonna play these characters. That just didn't amount to anything, right? That was just completely dropped the ball on that, yeah. That storyline was just omitted, basically, felt, for the last 2-3 episodes, right? After the whole, the tiger, she can be the tiger, I didn't feel that those characters had any meaning whatsoever, right? And I even said they got better. First I was like, this plotline. Never had Juno opinion. Like, you know what, this is actually really funny, so I kind of like it now, right? And even if the chicken part also felt kind of random, you see that, okay, it's like well written, sad bit of him trying to save the chickens. So that was pretty good. But after that, it just felt like they just appeared every now and then, right? It didn't feel like they actually added anything. The last episode, they were just kind of sharing, oh yeah, you did it, Legacy. So I have no idea the amounted to. They were preparing this play, right? They're gonna play the whole Juno and Pina, we're gonna do the whole like racial swap thing, animal thing, and that was never shown. So that plot point was, that was just not developed. I don't know, that is not finished. That felt very strange. That's obviously the biggest one, I think, because he just felt like they just didn't like finish that storyline. Then we saw, of course, Pina going to talking to him in prison and so on, but still. And then also, he dropped Louis. Louis dropped Juno, of course. But that was like 1 second too. So that for me was very weird. It feels like there's been like probably 3-4 chapters. There should be probably 1 episode about their performance, right? The acting or something. How that, because now I want to see how that's gonna end, right, with Pina and Juno. Whatever. I digress. But that was like the weakest plot point, but also kind of dropped off the period. Science was also strange, right? We see her suddenly, she's like breaking in to get the meat or something. to get like the samples, and then she's using it against Melon instead. But that one also felt very rushed. Like this felt very weird, right? Because it felt like we have this plot point of how Melon gets like knocked out by this like mixed breed thing that they can't handle, right? But yeah, she had to get it so we could get to the plot point. But like I said, it felt like they kind of rushed that. That wasn't really explained or explored really. It was like from one second we started doing it, next second she's suddenly at the fight club thing, right? Because that's also a thing. Like there was no, she's teleported there. I felt it was strange, but it felt like she very much like a plot device. She needed to get to A from B very quickly, without explanation between it. So it was weird. They had all these cool characters, right, in the fight. Like obviously the fox lady mostly, the dragons, the one, the tiger guys. They had all, yeah, and that to me also was weird. Man, I feel negative, but I think it was pretty bad. I think the anime was fine until maybe like the last 2-3 episodes, right? This part is disappointing. It's bittersweet because like the last fight was weird too. So we have a tiger, right? He's fighting Melon apparently, but they just kind of showed Melon winning. It was like no build up for it, and then Foxy Lady, right? She attacks Legacy, and that was like a cool fight, very briefly. Then of course Melon interrupts or whatever, but then after that suddenly they're in the house, right? Because you saw kind of like Melon and Legacy get into a fight, and Fox Lady's like, maybe I should also join in against the evil Melon dude. They kind of like you, Wolf Boy, and then Lexi in the up fighting in the house, right? And in like the 12th floor or whatever, and the Fox Lady's did something. Then they kind of exploded and jumped back again, and then everyone's like surrounding him. It was very strange. Yeah, it felt like they had, it should have been like some, again, positioning, right, between the second fight for them into this like fourth fight or something. But it's kind of jumped, I feel like they jumped the third fight. Yeah, it's very strange. It's kind of like, imagine it was an actual tournament arc, right? It's like quarterfinal, and then you jump to the final, then you jump over the semifinal. It's like, wow, how are we suddenly here already? Episode, how are we suddenly in the final already? Yeah, it felt very weird. So it wasn't like terrible, but it kind of lacked a lot of those nuance and moments and positionings, right? And I think it was the same thing in episode 19 when he suddenly was at the roof, and I was like, why is there no moment where like Louis and Legacy discuss this thing, and then he gets to the roof, he just teleports up there. This is also weird. We never saw that build up. It felt very strange, honestly. And then, whatever. But the whole fight just felt kind of mismatchy. Like they just cut away half the fight something. It's disappointing ending in that sense. But anyway, Grandpa Pierre saves him, so forth, whatever. They get here, right? Obviously, the mayor's evil, and Louise kind of just quickly. But obviously, that's the issue too. I guess he broke up with Juno, so I guess we have to have Louise probably dating her, and he's like the princess. But it's a lot of those plot points that isn't really explored in his final, right? And then we have the classic, like, it's an epilogue in the ending credits that shows you about the scenes, but not really explain. Oh, Melon didn't die or something. There's a lot of that moment, like, wait, they didn't actually finish off Louis' storyline either. That was like, yeah, that wasn't finished off. I guess I have to go and read it, right? Yeah, I have to go and read it now. And, because it really feels like they skipped like 10 or so chapters at least, right? That they skipped 1 or 2 chapters between the stuff. Definitely felt like I'm missing out. And it certainly feels like after this fight, there's probably a few more chapters to kind of wrap up some of the storylines, like for example Louis' storyline. Because now, again, I felt I didn't do that, so that was very weird. What more happened? That made any sense. No, but it was weird. It was very weird. It obviously feels too quick, right? Like they're jumping through 10 different fights at the same time, yeah. Whatever. I was disappointed in it from that sense. From a quality standpoint, whatever. Otherwise, from positive point, yeah, I mean, it's nice. It ends, of course, with him getting his bunny girl. So that's kind of what we expected, of course. It's a romantic ending that we expected Haru and Legacy going to have, so that's fine. No problem with that. It's obviously kind of the main premise, right? That they're going to end up together, like we see here. So I think that's perfectly fine. And Melon loses, of course, plot or whatever. But yeah, that's like, again, I don't really think that's an issue with that. I think that the whole Louise story bit, from a general premise, is probably the weakest, right? The mayor is evil and so on, but he doesn't really. He's kind of wrapped it up very easily in the PowerPoint. That's probably where I felt the storyline could be better. It was like, okay, what's the mayor? But I guess that's what it means. The Louis storyline, I think they needed one more episode for his part, right? Definitely. Certainly. So that's kind of weird too. But I mean, it's kind of what you expect of him, of course, to overcome the mayor. But it felt there was a. But I think that's probably where it felt like. It felt like a lot of the characters, like the guy, the chef minister guy, I can't remember his name now. But he's also kind of like, oh, I'm also here with this team, right? So yeah, it felt like a lot of the side characters kind of appeared when exactly what needed to be there to have this like resolved, right? And then of course Legacy perfectly comes back and fights and so on. Yeah, there was a lot like that. Oh man, it feels like a weird final. And I think the storyline was great, you know, building it up and so on with Melon's backstory and so on. But the last 2-3 episodes were very strange. They were so quick, right? It certainly feels like it should be like maybe 1-2 more episodes. That's how it feels, honestly. I saw it feels very. It feels like they dropped the ball, man. It feels like it should have been like 2 more episodes, right? Like should be maybe just 1 more episode to have this episode here be like 2 episodes, yeah. Just have a little more happening, right? A little more explanation of the side stuff and all the characters and so on. Especially if you see the epilogue in the credits, right? And you see the characters. It's like a quick summary of what happened to the characters. That could have been like a full episode or something. If it's weird, what do you guys think? But at this point, guys, whatever. Negative review, but that's how it is. I don't have a grade there.